We are in this together.
You have gifts that I don't have, and I have gifts that you don't have.
That we must see. Now is the time, because it's when we all get together that we will make the changes that we must make. We are the world.
Welcome to, what is the show? Malcolm and We, heard exclusively on malcolmpresents.com. And today I have the honor of talking to my co-host, Jana Larsen. And normally we have someone that we're interviewing. Now I'm going to interview her because I know her now. I think it's a little over a year that we started the show, Malcolm and We. Mm-hmm. And what I want to do is to find out about her, more or less how she got involved with We, what is We all about, and what she helps to do with it. Anyway, welcome, Jana. And some people call it, I call her Jana, Jana. Some people call her Jana. Some people call her things that we can't say on TV, on video. But I like Jana because I remember that. Anyway, good morning, Jana.
Well, actually, it's afternoon for me.
No, it's more.
But
if it's
hello.
for me, it's more. Hello. Good.
We're having a bi-coastal relationship, aren't we?
Uh-oh. Don't tell my wife. Anyway, how did you get involved with We? Tell us, number one, how you got involved and what We exactly is.
Well, that's a long story.
We have a half hour.
Okay. Well, let's see. It was about 2015-ish and had been going through a major upheaval in my life. And I decided I wanted to join a movement or create a movement, actually. I always think I was thinking big enough that I was going to start a movement. And anyway, I was just cruising along, surfing the internet, and I happened to come across a telesummit that was being done by Rick Ulfik of We the World. And it was their telesummit for their 11 Days of Global Unity. And I listened and thought, wow, this looks like exactly what I want to be a part of, because it is all about the world and all the issues that are going on in the world, broken down into 11 major themes. And I thought, this is perfect for me because I don't have to get behind one passion. I can get behind lots of passions. So when I joined, I was overwhelmed by all the visionaries and all these amazing people that were doing incredible things in the world. And I thought, where could I possibly fit in? Took some time for me to get a little braver. And then they became aware of my organizational skills and my ability to be with people and meet new people. And I started to take on one role and then another role. Actually, I think my first major role was organizing the Global Unity calendar and looking for partners to reach out to. And it is what it is now today, is that I'm the volunteer coordinator and I'm the HR officer, human experiences expert. And let's see, I coordinate the economic justice campaign as well as many other campaigns. And I am involved with a very great many administrative components of running a nonprofit organization. So it's a lot of hats, and some hats look kind of funny because they are a combination of different styles. And then about, it was a year, I think actually was when we were on Many Shades of Green together. And you and I hit it off, and then we came up with the idea, and I thought it was cool. We talked to the powers that be with We, and now we have this. But We the World is essentially a nonprofit organization that helps other nonprofit organizations.
Right. From what,
So,
what I gather is it doesn't have necessarily its own cause per se, but
right.
it supports people who are out there doing things to change the world, whether it be environmental, because we've had some guests that are they're working in the communities in Africa that are trying to
Mhm.
save the rainforest, that are
Yes.
trying to save the animals, that are trying to save the crops, save the people of
Yes.
their village, and
Yeah.
a lot of things involved with different people that we are supporting.
Right. It's supporting exactly that. It's ground up, but it's also from up above and down. So working with other very major organizations as we, I call us the Great Trilogy, because we're working with major corporations and we work collaborate together to enhance and amplify what each other is doing to increase our audiences and reach people that may not be in all these particular orbits, but definitely with the grassroots organizations to help be able to lift them up to get more notice and awareness of what they're doing. Because if it starts with one, then it definitely has to start, you know, at the grassroots level. When it gets to be lots of ones, there's still a need to get the word out because to help spread the load of the work because it's massive. It's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
yeah. I mean, the reason that I know when I started speaking to you that we're doing the show is, to me, the most important thing is communications, that people know what is being done and how they could help. And
Right.
you're a prime example of that.
Well,
And
it
that's
takes a lot of communication. You're right, and it takes a lot of listening. Not so much talking sometimes, but a lot of listening to see what people need. Because when you want to help somebody, you want to help them in the way that they need help. It's not about us coming in and saying this is how you should do things. It's about saying how can we help you do what you want to do? How can we help you do what you need to do? So it's a in the best sense of the word, it's very symbiotic, um, mutual effort. And to remind people when even when it's overwhelming that every little step is a step ahead and you just can't that all of that is priceless, but
yeah,
it does require money.
yeah. What is I think is an old Confucius saying, a trip of a thousand miles starts with the first step.
Exactly.
There has to be
Yes.
there has to be the first step to start.
Right. And I mean, that's what so amazes me about a lot of our volunteers that we're working with in Africa, because they're facing just overwhelming odds. But they also they want to keep hope up for their communities because some of it does seem pretty hopeless. But what's so amazing about our activists is that they're very hopeful, and so it's important to help them. I mean, a little gesture can go a long way. A little like, there's somebody that cares about you over in Ohio. There's somebody that cares about you in California. All of those things make a difference. It's a global village. And,
Yeah.
as technology improves and communication patterns improve and methods, it's doable.
Now, the wonderful thing about you, and again, I've learned to appreciate this over the last year and a half, is that the more you get to do, the more you're blossoming, the more you're getting into it, the happier you are. You know,
Yeah, isn't that amazing how that works?
you like juggling things,
Well, I'm
putting
kind
things
of
up in
good
the
at
air, and
it. My mom always said that I was organizing when I was in my playpen, but we never had a playpen, so I don't know how she said I could be organizing. But I can imagine how I was, starting to see patterns and ways to put things together. So putting things together and putting people together is what I like to do, and it's fun. I find it fun. It's
Now,
yeah, I mean it's not tiring. I mean, yes, I get tired. Yes, I get exhausted. Um, but I just have to say the busier I get, the more inspired I get.
but you sleep well.
I do,
Mhm.
believe it
Now,
or not, and I actually do take time out to sleep.
how is we funded? Do you get
Well, it's on
do you get
the
grants and donations?
generous efforts and funds of others, because there is money out there. There's a lot of money out there, and it's a constant process of getting people to know what we're doing and the importance of what we're doing. And but the good thing about us, and I can honestly, we don't have overhead, we don't have office space, we don't have salaries, we're all volunteers. It's definitely a gift of love, and I am just amazed at my job is to meet the volunteers and find a good fit for them. I'm just always just so amazed at the at the effort that people want to bring to volunteering with us, and I hope that they get as much of a good feeling about what they're doing as we do in our appreciation of what they do.
I like
There's so much that every person can do.
as we do,
Yes,
but both individually and collectively.
exactly. Yes.
Now,
And it's exciting to meet so many influential people too that we have the opportunity to meet. Now, I haven't gotten to meet some of these amazing people, but um, the people that Rick Ulfik, our leader, have has met is incredible. Um, Desmond Tutu, Dr. Jane Goodall, Deepak Chopra, Jonathan Granoff. Some of those names might not be so familiar to everybody, but they, trust me, they're amazing, amazing people. And I just love being in the same crowd with them.
now, how does one gain access to We's calendar? Just to check in to see what they're doing, what people could volunteer.
Well, the easiest way, as far as the calendar to see what's going on, this is called our Global Unity Calendar. And you can get that from our website, which is short form is capital W, capital E.net. But it's also https:// capital W, capital E.net. And from there, you can get to the calendar. You can find out everything that we're doing. You can volunteer. You can become a partner. Everything. So you can. That's how it works. I also use a service called Volunteer Match, which is very popular. Um, I I don't know. It must appeal a lot to the younger crowd because that's where we get a lot of our younger volunteers. Um, People who are, we have a lot of foreign students who are here and wanting to gain some work experience in the USA, working with a nonprofit and using their skills and helping, show what they're that they have dedication and are willing to volunteer, like, on their resumes. um, but we have worked with all kinds of people. During the pandemic, we especially had a lot of volunteers of younger sort, like in middle school, high school, because they needed to do their service learning requirements, and they're applying for scholarships and needing to satisfy that. And so they were able to volunteer with us remotely, which is a very big help for when we were working on our partner outreach. and helping clean up spreadsheets and things like that. So that was good. We also had a very young team, and one even from the United Arab, the UAE, it's easier to say, and
The Arab
around,
Emirates.
uh, yeah, working on our video team, and they helped put together some really nice highlight videos and our intros and outros. There, there's just all sorts of things that can be done, and you don't have to have one doesn't have to have incredible um, design skills or web skills or anything. There's just so much that can be done. And from very big things like fundraising at a major level to just all those, behind the scenes kinds of jobs that I can't do them all. I used to try, but I can't anymore.
Now, is there a volunteer number that people can call up to just to volunteer their services?
No, we don't have I mean, there is a phone number for the like what we have for our headquarters for, our 501(c)(3) status, but no, there's no phone number. Um, Once people are in and they need their help, I'm very open with all of my volunteers. They can call at any time, ping me, email me, text me, whatever. I'm very close to all of them. And especially our African volunteers, they call me Mama Jana.
Is there an email where they could find out what you're looking for, in that specific time, you're looking for. I know with us, you're looking for people that do the internet, because we're trying to revise our website and make it, well, I call it spiffier or more attractive.
I think you do something like snazzy or flashier. And we were like, so what exactly does that mean, Malcolm? And you said, oh,
You know,
snazzy.
well, people my age know what spiffy is.
Well, I know what spiffy means too. I use the word that all the time, and I'm far behind you, Malcolm. So I still know what it means. But anyway, if they go to volunteer match, um, we list what we're looking for. So we are desperate for Zoom techs, people who know how to do the Zooming for our online presentations. We're looking for WordPress right now. We're looking for research people and data entry. Let's see what else. We're going to be advertising for production coordinator for our Trends magazine, which is our online magazine, all sorts of things. But if they go to volunteer match, they can all our opportunities are listed, and I'm the one that processes those. It's what I call harvesting the volunteers, and we have a system, and everybody has a chance meets me for just a very simple casual orientation, answer questions, find out what they would really like to do. Some people don't really, if they come in through the website, they aren't necessarily responding to a particular call that we have. But hey, if they want to volunteer, we'll talk, find out what they want to do. There's just so many things. If they maybe they have an idea of a project that they want to do, um, start a movement of some sort within ours. The sky's the limit, and it's about being creative.
Now, you recently threw something called 11 Days, which we have the videos. Could you tell us about that?
Yep, that is like when I first found out about Rick. That was our 11 days of global unity. And we just had that. It starts in September 11th and it goes to September 21st, which is the International Day of Peace. So it starts the 11th through the 21st, and it starts off with unity, and then we have all our themes. And I don't remember them in order, but it ends on the 21st with peace. But our themes are, and I'll try to remember them all: environment, interdependence, economic justice, health, freedom, human rights, Disarmament. Did I already say that one? Oh gosh, I'm sure women, children, and youth.
You're forgetting women? Oh my God.
No, and then that topic, women. This is the time of women. This is the time of the divine feminine, and there's a whole lot of focus coming about on the power of women, especially in the area of peace. And three women. Well, the one woman that I recall when I first started, she was leading the campaign. Her name is Karen Palmer, and she's pretty much she's doing amazing things. She writes books. She's very has a very what's the word, a very good presence online. She has coloring books. She does so many things all around the idea of kindness and celebrating what women do. There's two other people that work with her. One woman's name is Janet Grace, and she works with another woman in Australia named Aurora Pagonis. Isn't that the coolest name, Aurora Pagonis? And so they do a lot with bringing awareness to women, about women, and it is a very big theme now. So yay, women, and girls too, of course. We have another very active campaign coordinator who works with children and youth, and she's very amazing with the International Month for Children, which is really the whole year for children. But she's a singer, songwriter, entertainer. Her name is Heidi Little. Another person we have that's very active with we is grandmother Shannon Crossbear, who we had on our show.
Grandmother.
Grand grandmother Crossbear, Shannon Crossbear, but actually she's great grandmother Shannon Crossbear now, and she's out
Just
doing
for those who are listening, as if it might be for the first time, we also have a log of all the shows that we've done
yes,
for. It's going to be almost a year. So if you want any of the interviews that we've had, mainly conducted by Jana and with me listening, you can just go to malcolmpresents.com, Malcolm and we, and you'll see the whole list of shows that we have is all backlogged. And if I remember correctly, or I know that the 11 days, we have videos on all of them that
oh,
we're
that's
going
right.
to.
We're still trying to find a place for them, but that's right. I was getting to that. So we had amazing interviews each day with a person, at least one person that is affiliated with that theme, peace, freedom, um, and we have you can see what their bios are, what was talked about, and you can get links to all of the shows on Facebook and Instagram and one other I can't remember.
Well, we're also going to include them as part of Malcolm and we, and it's going to be.
Yes,
We haven't figured out what it will be listed under yet, but yeah, you can go. Probably in another few weeks, probably the beginning of the year, or beginning of the year, the
that's
first or
how.
second week in January, we should have them all up. If not,
Yeah,
give us a call and annoy us.
give Malcolm a call.
Give Malcolm a call, or give it a.
Oh, and then we have our separate podcasts. We're just the audios of the shows on the Buzzsprout, and those are very handy to be able to listen while you're driving or gardening or cleaning the house or exercising,
Yeah.
say,
Yeah. Well, most of our shows, even though you see that the likes of us and our guests, is not really dependent on video. It's
right.
it's basically you can come to malcolmpresents.com, Malcolm and we, and listen to the show and listen to it, which actually I did with television when I was younger. When I would come home from school and I do my homework, I would turn on the television, listen to it. I really wouldn't watch it. But
That's
I
right.
never went to the radio. I would listen to television. You could do that with this Zoomcast. Eventually, you're not going to be able to because we're going to get some people who are going to cut in a lot of interesting features into our shows. But right now, we're looking for editors. You have that on the books, right? Looking for video editors.
Really? I didn't know about that one, Malcolm.
Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you, we're looking for video editors. That could, yeah. I know about shows. I know about production, but I've always worked with professional crews that do anything. I don't even know when how you do a Zoom. I know how you do it. Technically, I have no idea what happens.
Half the time you can't find the record button.
I have to time I can. Well, that's I look for it because every time you change something on this damn thing, something goes or something changes, or when you feel comfortable about doing something, the system changes.
Isn't
And
that just the way it goes? Just when you think
this
you've figured out something, it's
right,
already
something.
obsolete.
I mean, just when you knew, Facebook, they changed something on there, or something becomes
Remember when? Can you remember life before Facebook and cell phones and electric pencil sharpeners and calculators and all those things that we've
no.
lived through?
I remember when I made when I was out of the house, I had to go to a payphone.
I know. Or ask, the what a rotary phone is,
Hmm.
how to use it. Uh,
Or when I first came out to Los Angeles, I didn't know anything. I had there was a book called Thomas's Guide, which had maps, and then
oh yeah,
it broke down to
yeah,
areas. It was excellent because you could
yeah.
reference where you want to go. But as you were driving, you would have to stop and look at the map to see where you were going.
You mean
Now
you
we
didn't drive with your knee?
now,
You look at the map
now
to
we have
say,
these damn machines that say make a legal
I
U-turn. You passed
know.
your stop, and it's sort of like a scolding mother. I want one to say, dummy, what the hell did you do? You missed your turn.
Recalculating.
Yeah, recalculating into the whole thing. So now you don't get lost. I got except that where was it? I forget where it was. But the GPS led someone to a bridge that was out, and they went into the lake, and I think they were one of the people were killed.
Oh no.
But
Goodness, goodness,
but
goodness.
basically, it's
It's
a great.
not always perfect, but it is an amazing
Yeah, I'm gonna feel sorry for not this for my grandkids who they're or my children who are really not going to be teaching my grandkids how to drive because this is going to be automatic.
or or maybe they will be driving up in the air like in the Jetsons.
Well, I remember watching 2001: A Space Odyssey back in
I do too.
1969.
Yeah, but how?
Yeah, and I'm waiting for now the things to happen in Star Trek. Beam me up, Scotty.
I'd love to be beamed. That would be so much easier than
Hmm.
that would that would really help me with travel if I could be
Well, this
beamed
is
somewhere.
beaming. I mean, now that I'm speaking to you and you're over in
Well,
Cleveland
yeah, but I mean
and you're in
physically beaming
Ohio.
myself somewhere so that I don't have to sit in an airplane and be uncomfortable and stuff like that. But
But
oh well.
anyway, tell us again how to get in contact with your friendly folks over at Malcolm and We, or
Uh,
not Malcolm and We, we the world.
well, excuse me. Our website is capital W, capital E.net. That should work right there. And that we have malcolmpresents.com for what Malcolm is doing. But you know what, Malcolm, you should be talking about the shows that we're going to be doing on the streaming platform.
Tell us.
You tell.
I'm not sure what it is.
It's your brainchild. I'm just helping.
The student platform?
No, no, no. You're the streaming platform for all the shows you're going to have.
Oh yeah, no, we're redesigning MalcolmPresents.com. And what we're
Yes.
doing is, as I say, it's making it more spiffy. And we have, and Jana is organizing the technical people, because I know nothing about technique. And what we're going to do is build up I guess a streaming network with all sorts of different shows.
Platform, not network,
No,
platform.
you can use platform. I have a network. I'm old fashioned. It's like CBS, NBC, ABC. They're all
But
networks, but
it's a platform.
okay, it's a platform, but it's an app platform. You can get
Yeah, there you go.
different shows, and
It's
Malcolm and We
terminology. That's what we have to get better with here.
Malcolm and We is a
It's
serious
a
show
collaborative
talking
project. It's a collaborative project.
Malcolm and We is a serious show talking about problems of the world, but I want fun shows also. I mean, I have
Right.
a show called Tush Twins, which basically are two loony women in their 60s who've been friends, since the days they were wheeled in their carriages. But they also happen to grow up in an area that I'm familiar with. They grew up in Brighton Beach, and I grew up in Coney Island, and we both went to the same high school, different times, but we went to the same high school, and we have fun talking about nonsense, talking about past, present, and the world. Then we have The Many Shades of Green, which basically is all ecology. And we're looking to do many other shows. We're starting a show on art, which, as a matter of fact, after this, we have a meeting with an art critic and an artist. And we're going to expose you to a lot of, highbrow and lowbrow forms of art.
We want the whole idea is about the subject of art, and so many people have so many fears about it or shy away from it because it gets so elitist. And the idea is that we're going to be able to
We're going to
understand art
reduce
in a different way. Yeah.
we're going to reduce the highbrow to the common man. In terms you'll understand. Then I have another show called Manning Up, which is Deborah Manning, who I've done a show called Conversations with Deborah, a bi-coastal dialogue. And you can see the old shows, but the new one, and basically we're talking about it's not the politics and what's happening and what you believe type of thing. And like what I hear happening is, to me, well, we could go the whole thing. I can't see why Congress is taking the next 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's when they haven't done anything. The only thing they're working
Get us
now
started, right?
is impeaching the president. And why are we impeaching him? I don't know, because his son, because he's the crime family, the Biden crime family, and they haven't said anything which he's done as a crime. Hunter, yes, but we're not Joe Biden. And they, I don't know, it's crazy. But anyway, when you realize we ran out of time.
Oh, it always goes so fast.
Yep. Anyway, hope you guys, out in the listening world like it. And again, it's you're on malcolmpresents.com. This specific show is Malcolm and We, and I am the co-host with Jana Larsen. But Jana, I have to admit, does most of the talking on the show because she knows most of the guests, gets
I
most of
do
the
know
guests,
all of them.
and knows what's happening. I'm
I
sort of a lot
do.
like I'm for the show, because you have to have a male co-host, otherwise people don't take you
Ah,
seriously. I knew that would get you. Anyway, guys, if I'm not sure whether we're going to do a new show before Christmas and New Year's, but if
well, we're
not,
having a difference of opinion about that, but I guess we'll have to talk about this
we'll
later.
find out. But anyway, thank you for joining us, and Jana, thank you, and it was a pleasure. And maybe one day we'll have you on and we'll talk about your life, which is fascinating. I find it fascinating. Bye again. It's malcolmpresents.com, Malcolm and We. Bye. Goodbye. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Hanukkah is over. Today's the last day.
Happy
Bye.
holidays.
The objective of the organization We the World is to facilitate cooperation on a global scale amongst groups and individuals dedicated to implementing solutions to the many challenges we face on the planet at this time.